Hi guys. Hello. Happy Wednesday everyone and welcome. My name is Kylene Terhune. I'm a certified personal trainer and functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner. So what that means is I work with my clients to discover underlying causes of chronic conditions and struggles that they have in their health, whether that be fatigue or blood sugar imbalances, hormone imbalances, or my specialty, gut health. Hi Lisa. So today I wanted to share some gross meat that I am going to eat, but I wanted to share that I ordered some quality meats from this source. I don't know if you can see this. It's called Seven Suns, and I get it online, sevensuns.net, and seven just like the number spelled out S-E-V-E-N. And so I started looking for quality meats because sometimes it's hard. Hi Chantel. Sometimes it's hard to find quality meats at the grocery store. Usually you can find like grass-fed beef and grass-fed bison, but I was on the hunt for quality poultry, which is particularly difficult to find at a conventional grocery store. So that's how I stumbled upon this website, and I've just really liked them since. Hi Julie. I just really enjoyed them, so I've just kept buying from them when it works out. But recently, I've been challenged to shake things up a little bit in my own nutrition approach and to have more variety in my diet, including in some of the meat that I eat, because I've historically been very limited because of my own personal choices, not because of any food sensitivities or anything like that, just because of, I don't know, just I decided not to eat certain meats is basically what it is. And so the first thing I want to share with you today that I ordered is beef liver. And this is probably something that all of you are gonna think, oh my gosh, that's so disgusting. But I have to share something with you. Liver and organ meat in general is some of the most nutrient dense meat or food in general that you can include in your diet. And so about a year ago or so, I started incorporating beef liver supplements. So they were from a grass-fed source and they were already like touched by other people, so I didn't have to think about it, right? But I saw a huge difference. I had a really hard time growing my hair out, and I started seeing a huge difference in my hair and my nails and my energy, so I kept it in my regular diet. But again, I've recently been challenged to kind of incorporate new things into my diet and get some more variety and get some more dense nutrition. And so I thought, okay, well, I'm gonna try the real food source. So beef liver is really gross looking, but it is really dense in vitamin A. It's also a good provider of vitamin D, all the B vitamins, including folate, and also magnesium, which is really important because over 60 to 70% of the population is deficient in magnesium, and magnesium is a key player in over 700 enzymatic activities in your body. So it's kind of crucial that we have enough, because pretty much anything you do probably is utilizing magnesium in some form or another. Like if you're trying to have energy, energy production uses magnesium. If you're trying to get better sleep, you need magnesium, things of that nature. So it's really, really critical to have enough. Hi, Andy. And Aunt Ann, hello. So I'm gonna try to incorporate that. So I ordered the whole food source, and I probably am not gonna give up my supplements, but you can do this in a few different ways. So you can just eat it if you're brave enough. You can do something like liver and onions. You can turn it into a pate, which is essentially liver and onions blended up into a spread. So that's probably how we're gonna do it, and we're gonna try it out on some grain-free crackers. And if that kind of creeps you out and you don't want to do, hi Rebecca, if you don't want to do like anything that resembles actually eating it, but you still want the nutrient density and the benefits from it, you can cut it up into little pill-sized forms. You can freeze it, and then you can pop a handful of them so it'd be fresh. Now again, if you're trying to save money, buying beef liver is like $3 a pound. It's like the most inexpensive thing you can possibly get. And if you are trying to save money, but you want to do it in the supplement form as opposed to eating it, that's probably like a tenth of what the supplement itself is going to cost. So even if you only decide to take it, hi Monica, Hi, Christy. So even if you decide to only just pop some frozen little pill-sized bits a day, that's still going to have tremendous benefit for you. So if it creeps you out, there you go. That's your way to do it. But a pound of beef liver, that's happening. We're going to make some pate sometime soon. And the next thing I have in here is beef bones. So these are like soup bones. So we're going to use these for making some homemade broth. And so broth is really beneficial, not only for the nutrients that you get from the broth, but it's also full of collagen. So fun fact, because I think the body is so fascinating and how God created nature and our bodies to so symbiotically work together is just incredible to me. Things that you eat, like the parts of the animal that you eat, typically help those parts of your body as well. So if you're eating things like, if you're doing bone broth, it's made from the bones and the joints and the ligaments of the animal, that's generally good for your joints and ligaments and things like that. If you're eating liver, it's generally beneficial for your liver. If you're eating heart, it's generally beneficial for your heart. So I just think that's a really cool detail of creation and how that all sort of works together. So I have some beef liver, I have some beef bones, and then I really like to keep some frozen ground beef. So whether this is for a planned dinner or I usually have a couple extra pounds on hand for emergency dinners, because something that I have found that is pretty easy to do is if I'm in an emergency situation and I didn't have dinner planned, I didn't have time to go grocery shopping, I can thaw a pound of ground beef, I can add some spices to it, I can maybe grab some frozen vegetables and we have a quick dinner. So that's just like one of the easy, fast things. So I try to keep a couple extra pounds in there. But if you are looking to get more nutrient density into your diet, I would highly recommend trying some organ meats. And like I said, it doesn't have to be too scary. You can pop some frozen bits and pieces as a supplement if you want, or you can be brave and go all out and try it in a food form. But it also is very, very, very inexpensive. So typically the foods that most of us think are gross, that are also the most nutrient dense and beneficial for us, are also very inexpensive. So fun fact, in like hunter-gatherer cultures and cultures that used to, hunt their food and eat it, in times of plenty, the organ meat is the first thing that they would eat. And they would actually give the muscle meat that we are typically used to eating, they would throw that to the dogs. It's not that they wouldn't eat it. Those are parts of the animals that they would eat during when there was less plenty. So if they didn't have enough, then they would start eating that. But when there was plenty to go around, they would focus on the organ meat and they would throw the muscle meats to the dogs. So it's so backwards in our society, right? And muscle meat has lots of benefits as well, as long as it's from a quality grass-fed source, from an animal that was allowed to roam in the pasture, live a healthy life, that sort of thing, eat the right foods for its body composition, or for the way it was designed. But it's our mentality of it, like we kind of have to get over, the gross concept of eating things like liver. So if you can't stomach it right up front, I'd recommend some supplementation. But if you can, or if you want to supplement but save money, get the real whole food source. It's like $3 a pound. So those are just some fun facts for you today. We're going to experiment in including organ meat more frequently in our diets. We're bringing in more fish, like salmon, and again, you can make that in a salmon cake. You can poach it. You can make it into a salmon spread. You can do kind of whatever it is that makes it work to get it into your lifestyle. But maybe 3 to 5 times of having organ meat a week and 2 to 3 times of having fish a week, and then the rest of it being red meat. The reason poultry is so low on the list of priority is because that poultry tends to be higher in omega-6 fatty acids instead of omega-3s. Even if it's from the healthiest source and it's fed the best foods, they just tend to be higher in that. So if you're trying to go on an anti-inflammatory diet and prioritize that balance, and you want more omega-3s, you're going to prioritize more red meats than you are poultry. So just another fun fact for you. So if you guys want more tips and more fun and more challenges and more interaction with me on a regular basis, hop on over to my private group, Stop Dieting and Live Your Life. I just ran a cycle that ran about 5 days. I was talking about eliminating PMS and how to get rid of it, how to make some lifestyle changes and dietary changes to eliminate that whole misery that we have come to think is just totally normal, but it's not. Because it's common doesn't mean it's normal. So we talked about that. I also did a series over there in Stop Dieting and Live Your Life talking about gut health. And anytime I do a series or a freebie that's in there, I leave the PDF in the files section and I leave the videos up in history so you have access to them forever. And you can ask questions in that group, you can engage in that group, so make sure you get plugged in. Again, it's Stop Dieting and Live Your Life. And I promise every single month to have something new for you in there. Sometimes it's a PDF, sometimes it is a challenge, sometimes it is 5 days of live videos from me about a specific topic. It just kind of depends. And then if you have any questions or want something specific covered, you can always engage in there too. So here's my challenge for you this week. Go eat some liver, go buy some liver. Tell me what your experience is. Do you love liver and onions? Can you eat it just like that? Or do you have to like chop it up and swallow the little frozen bits as a supplement? I don't know. Let me know. I'm curious to hear what your perspective is on this. So happy Wednesday, guys. I will talk to you later.